only born in 1994. Madiba is 95 years old, so there's a long history. When Madiba talks about the long road to freedom, he's talking about a long history, the long road, not of his, but from the time of John Dube and the wars of liberation fought many years ago. So this is what we want to live. But in so living, we can only talk the past. We want to talk about the future. And you want to know what does this Mandela Day narrative offers us in terms of future. First of all, it must tell us, it tells a story. Because in our visit to Rotterdam and to London, our experience said to us that everyone who participates in the race and becomes a meaningful role player has a story to tell. Each one of us here has a story to tell. You must start off by asking yourself, what does Madiba mean to you? How did he transform your life? And it is that moment when you are going to say, I'm going to commit myself to making the Mandela Day narrative a success. It is that sort of collective commitment we want. So when I say he represents the embodiment of freedom fighters, you are now, and we demand of you, and we collectively demands of me too. Upper Deputy Mayor, Upper Minister to us collectively to say, we are going to pick up the spear of all the fallen heroes to do what? To bring about economic transformation, social transformation, addressing issues of inequalities, addressing issues of poverty, and issues of unemployment. How do we do that? By recognizing the Chamber of Business, Commerce, and other people around. Of the municipality, the two mayors are around, and other mayors also. We need to come together. COCTA is here, it's going to drive economic projects. And there is no other area that is poised so well as Umgunguno District Municipality, with the capital of the legislature poised in Pietermaritzburg, with the possibility of a metro coming and taking over all of the family of municipalities. And there can be only one set of individuals that will be driving it. Whoever the leadership decides, we must all say we're going to make it a success. To do what? To improve the general quality of life of all our citizens. The Mandela Day narrative must act as a catalyst, because we don't have the beachfront, okay? We don't have those beautiful high-rise buildings, etc. We don't have the ICC. But what we do have, we have Madiba. And when we begin to identify Madiba, we're identifying Gandhi. You're beginning to identify Alan Paton, and you're beginning to identify other tourist areas. You're beginning to identify the wars of liberation, and you're beginning to identify the beautiful people that live around in Bilbao, from India, from Pakistan, from Ireland, from Greece, from Spain, from France. They're all living in the borders of Umgungu municipality. We must reach out and make it a destination for everybody. We've got total commitment from our people. When I see beautiful people around here, I can say that this project can never fail. You own this project, and it's why you have been invited here. Madiba has touched your lives. There is no South African who can tell me Madiba has not touched his life. Right? I mean, Shan Pillay, every time there's a function, he will come in because he was one of those few people who was there when Madiba made his last speech as a free man. Can anybody remember the date? Can anybody remember the year? Right? Yes, ma'am.
31st of March 1960.
31st?
31st March
No,
61. At Manayi Hall.
26.
No, Baba. How many times have you listened to me talk, interview me and all that? Anybody else? Between the 25th and the 26th, they're all in African conference.
In 1961.
1961, you got a year right. The date is 25th and the 26th, and on the 26th, Madiba makes a speech. And he coins the phrase, one person, one vote. And he also commands that one person, one vote with the slogan, Amandla, power to the people. A year later, when he's reporting from from the home of Luthuli, he's arrested outside Harik. And thereafter he's incarcerated for many, many years, 27 or more years on Robben Island, etc. So that's the history of Madiba. But you own that legacy, and you must now say, how do we move forward in terms of economic development? Are we ready for that challenge? That is the huge question. I am ready. My deputy is ready. My manager is ready. But are all of you ready? That's the question. We are for too long, our people wait for others to lead. Now is the time for us to lead and say, we are going to make Umsunduzi, that is the capital of Umbundulovo District Municipality, and the whole of Umbundulovo District Municipality, the most sought after area for investors, for tourists. I've mentioned some of the icons. Right? You've got the Mandela Marathon. You've got 3 other marathons here. Right? The Comrades Marathon. And you've also got the Pietermaritzburg Marathon. And you've got the cycling event. So there are huge major events that are taking place. So I'm appealing to all of us, let's just be part of the process. Gandhi would said that if you want to be part of, if you are calling for change, be the catalyst, be the person who's going to make the change. So our race then has 6 events in one. We have the 4664 kilometers event from Mandima Dam to start on Saturday, August 2013. On Saturday, not on Sunday. That is where the children are going to take part. Because Madiba loves children. So Madiba's children are going to participate and keep the legacy of Madiba alive. This is the only project in the whole of South Africa where you find that a historical moment will be cherished year after year. And as long as people wish to participate in the Mandela Marathon, and as long as the Mandela Day Marathon lives, the legacy of Madiba lives. And as long as the legacy of Madiba lives, we are going to become the custodians of the future in terms of economic development for a better life for all. That is the significance of this race. So therefore we owe it. The second one is going to be 4664, which will start also on Sunday 24th. But we are calling that as an elite race, where we want the business community, the councillors, the FPLs and other key individuals to come in to participate, not just wanting to participate, but also use the platforms in which they operate to promote the race and to promote economic development. And to that effect, those of you who wish to participate in that, please contact the race manager, Mr. Les Moyete, or any other official from the district, and they will help you and take your name down, etc., as far as that is concerned. And the third event is the 10-kilometer race. It starts from Harwich Stadium and starts at 7 o'clock on Sunday, 25th August. So that race, we've got many entries, and we are proud to say it is still gaining momentum. But MM and I, we talked really, and we said this, tonight is the last night. So if you know anybody who was not registered, we are giving you only tonight as a race, not tomorrow morning. So please get on the SMSs and tell everybody, right, tonight is the night, no? Not Friday night, I don't think they're on a Friday, but tonight is the night. In the flagship 42 kilometers event, right, from Manai, that is the race. How long is the original race? Can anybody tell me? A little bit short, eh? 42 point? No, it is actually 42.195. No?
Round up to the nearest.
Okay, and it's very important because when AIMS and others begin to measure, they can throw your whole race out and they can recognize your race. So in that sense, we are saying we are part of AIMS, the body that recognizes all marathons in the world. And they put the names of the marathons on a special annual calendar. And they phoned us and they wanted to know when is your 2014 race going to be done. So henceforth, please register this. All of you now must register for the rest of your life. Right? That the last Sunday in August, each year, the Mandela Day Marathon will be held. So the 2014 one is on the 31st of August, if my dates are correct, 2014. Okay. Then there's also going to be a demo race for people living with disabilities, right? And we're encouraging the athletes. It's going to be a demonstration race that will be 10 kilometers long. Then we are also having, and this is a good surprise for us all, 100 international cyclists who will do the 10 kilometers on Sunday, 25th August, starting at 6 o'clock from the Harwich Sports Stadium. So it's a 6 in 1. This is a huge challenge for us because it is only our second year. So it is a daunting task, a very challenging task, and it requires huge sums of money. To that effect, we reached out. We reached out to COCTA and we reached out to Cabinet. We are very fortunate that this beautiful lady, this dynamic person, Barbara, she was there and we started talking about her with her in terms of economic development. And she helped us to understand clearly the needs that are there and open up the doors. He's met with the MEC for COPTA, and thereafter it went to Treasury, and it went to Cabinet and was endorsed. And the government is giving, the legislature and the Cabinet is giving us 101% backing to make this Nelson Mandela Day a success. I think we should give them a big hand. In other words, whatever happens, the incoming government will ensure the success of the Mandela race, because it's going to grow, and they are going to become the platinum owners, or the platinum sponsors, the main sponsors of the race. It hasn't happened anywhere. It's happening here in Buntovo, where the Cabinet has committed itself in terms of a total support to making this race a success. So at the moment, with KZN Athletics, with COPTA, with the Cabinet, this form of partnership, and with all of you, it can only grow to become one of the most successful events in South Africa, and dare I say in the world, where we are going to make it a destination for all sports-loving athletes, those who love Mandela and Nelson. Remember Nelson Mandela, the international icon. Why? Because he delivered a significant blow to racism in South Africa and internationally. And he symbolized, as I said, he symbolized the fight against injustice. And people all around the world begin to identify with this belief and with this individual, who symbolizes a process that said South Africa declares to all who live in the Freedom Charter of 1945. And he spent so many years, and in joking when he was interviewed when he comes out, he says that South Africa is the only country in the world where you spend 27 years of your condemned life imprisonment and you become the president of our country. So with all that torture and incarceration, he still had a tremendous sense of humor when he comes out. So on behalf of Mbungbung Global District Municipality, on behalf of the Deputy Mayor and the Municipal Manager and all the council officials and COPTA, councillors, officials from COPTA and from government in general, we wish to say, and our sponsors, we say thank you very much for coming here. Together, let us make the Mandela Day Marathon one of the most successful events in history. Thank you very much.